Dear December, where do I begin? Well, for one, I do not consider you to be a cold-hearted person. Spring and summer bring their own form of optimism, and I do love the grimness of autumn, but you, winter, you bring me warmth. I find it so cozy when I'm sat at my desk. I look out the window and the wind sweeps the snow off the roof. The bark of the trees and the silhouettes that they make as they reach toward this gray sky that will not turn blue again until that one warm day in March that gives us Michiganders a fool's sense of hope. I know why people hate the cold. Sometimes it hurts when it sends a shiver up my back. I like the layers, though, and the fact that the bugs are hibernating. Well, most of them. I suppose I want to write to you because I need someone to talk to. There's a part of myself that caters to that instinct I have that shies away way too easily. And another part of me wants to be heard, just like everyone else. So I guess I'll just start writing and maybe someone will listen. Dear December, I don't know what I want. And I'm not talking about what to have for dinner or what to do on my next day off. When someone asks me how I see myself in the next 5 years, I go totally blank. I hate that question because no matter what I say, I will always get it wrong. I don't like being wrong, even if it's just a prediction. I suppose when everyone starts asking what your backup plan to your backup plan is, you start to get used to the feeling of not wanting to answer anymore. These days, you can't even talk about yourself without someone putting their 2 cents in, or just trying to make you feel bad for just how your life ended up. You had no control over that. And why do they even make it about themselves? I'm not even talking about them. I guess my life is just full of backup choices and over planning that falls through. It's just what I'm used to. One thing, though, I would love to walk right up to my elementary school teachers and tell them that they were all wrong. I can be a mermaid. I know, because I was one. And I do it all over again. Even if my abs hurt like hell from swimming so much. Dear December, I would like to make this quite clear. Writer's block and me have been friends from quite some time. We are not strangers whatsoever, and it's kind of annoying the shit out of me. Every time I want to create, every time I want to write, I feel as though I'm doing something wrong. And I know that that is not the case. It should not be the case. Writing shouldn't be something that tires me out or stresses me out. And yet it does. But I feel as though I need to do it. Like I just need to write everything down on the page and not care about what other people would think of it. But that's just kind of the thing. Because what if I suck? What if nobody cares? And then again, what if the sky turns to fire and my nose falls off? Really? It's like, I wish I knew why it takes so long for me to just listen to advice and to feel what I want to feel and accept it and understand and just comprehend that I am human. I'm not a machine that just cranks out words and letters and like puts down parts of the alphabet on a page and makes meanings out of it and provoke these feelings. And I'm pretty sure that provoke isn't even the right word. I probably meant invoke or imitate or create. I don't know. See what I mean? Or do you hear what I mean? Like, um, that's just it. I try, I express, and then it's a shame, and then I don't want to talk anymore. And then I don't. Dear December, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think I'd be asking too much if I had someone that wouldn't mind it if I asked them out first, and wouldn't feel like it would damage their ego if I wanted to do things alone, and wouldn't call me too independent or cold when I don't want to do things with them all of the time, even though we would be dating. And they wouldn't make fun of my interests, such as my love for mermaids, or the fact that I collect antiques and American Girl dolls, and wouldn't care that I don't wear makeup often, but when I do, they'd feel flattered because it means that I feel comfortable around them. And they would actually try to get along with my parents, and would be financially responsible, had a sense of order and humor, and also wouldn't want kids, didn't like to smoke nor drink, and wouldn't take joy from the suffering of others, and knew how to cook and clean and keep up appearances, and had the thing for the formal dress like I do, and wouldn't talk during movies or say that my Asperger's syndrome isn't real, and wouldn't joke with me so often, and wouldn't critique my singing so harshly, and wouldn't consider me a girl when I'm a grown-ass woman, and would take time to comprehend my side of the story just as I would for them, and have the desire to improve themselves, and have the drive to keep on learning, and wouldn't think me too skinny, and would still call me beautiful when we both grow old together, and find it adorable instead of annoying when I fascinate over sea creatures at the aquarium, or geek out over historical clothing at antique malls, and would love seafood as much as I do, and believes that bookstores are better than bars, and wouldn't disrespect me if we disagreed on something, and wouldn't make their emotions my responsibility, and if they ever wanted to fuck me, they wouldn't coerce me into anything I didn't want to do, and we'd still hug each other whenever we'd say hello and goodbye, and they tell me they love me because it's the truth, and not something only to be said on special occasions, and while it might all just be in my head and entirely fantastical, I would love for if they would just make me feel as if I were a queen and they were a knight in some form of forbidden love story, except everything would turn out all right in the end. Is that asking too much? I don't know. What do you think? Dear December, I've come to the conclusion that everyone is wrapped up in their own bullshit. This could have something to do with the holidays, but I have been contemplating recently all of the things that have happened to me in my life that has led me directly to this point. I mean, the way things are, or how I am and what I believe in. It all probably has been the direct result of my core memories, the liminal spaces, and, of course, my ruminations. I could think of a few examples, such as the time a group of girls jumped me on the playground during recess and forced me to stand in front of the swing set so one of them could kick me in the face and then rub my nose in the wood chips once I hit the ground. There was also the time where I lost my parents at the airport when I was 5. Or perhaps the fact that the first roller coaster I ever went on was the Millennium Force at Cedar Point. It could be a collection of all the good things I did for complete strangers, like picking up coins when they dropped them at the register, or that one time I tipped a waiter $100. But then again, the things that define us are so personal. It's so intimate. Like, I can't help but remember the reason why I stopped having birthday parties was because after I blew out the candles, my uncle said to me, "You better have not wished for world peace, kid, because you're never going to get it." And how I didn't know what to say, so I just had my cake and I went into my room and I took a nap. And of course, my mom followed after me, and I told her that I never wanted to have a birthday party ever again. And I still don't like parties. I still don't get it. Why the fuck would anyone say that to a 7-year-old? Dear December, I've been finally catching up on all the things that I've been wanting to do. I cleaned my bedroom, I watched Jacksepticeye play the new God of War, and I cut out some of the patterns that I bought, but I haven't gotten around to sewing yet. Still, and forgive me for saying so, it feels nothing like Christmas. There's no snow on the ground, and I've been avoiding the mall. The Christmas station annoys me. I don't even want to sit down and see a movie. And even though the trees are up, I am far away from singing a Yuletide carol. I'm not even sure a cup of hot cocoa could fix this madness. Well, it's official, I guess. I'm on the other side. Good thing I'm an excellent gift giver, though. Otherwise, the joy of the season would be completely gone by now. For the right people, of course. But by right, I think I mean to say worthy. And I'm not sure there will be many this year. Because you see, it's not worth doing, it's not worth investing in, it's not worth putting in the effort for people that don't appreciate you and don't put in the same amount of effort as you do. I think we can both agree on that. So we don't. And we try not to feel sorry for it. And then I remind myself again why the holidays can be so rough on us all. Dear December, I have too many books. I could chuck this up to me going through one of those cleaning phases. You know the ones, like, you get that sudden urge and this nervous tick, and suddenly you think, I have to fix everything right now. You would never catch me saying something like that on a regular day. I must be a maximalist or something. I enjoy owning things. I enjoy owning stories, even if there are so many of them and I never have the time to actually pick them up and read them. Life gets in the way. That or my brain. I'm halfway through If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Karamura. I think that's how you pronounce their name. But I want to start Little Witches, the graphic novel by Leigh Dragoon. I got that for my birthday this year, but I also got to finish the third omnibus of Big Hard Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction and Chip Starsky? Starsky. Why is there a Z there? And you know what? TikTok made me buy Prince of Song and Sea by Lindsay Miller, and Mackinac Island made me buy this one Christian romance novel, but I don't really want to offend anyone on why I find it so hilarious, so I think I'll just stop it right there. Dear December, do you ever feel like you've got a million ideas swirling around in your head? Like a maelstrom or a lottery machine, and you have no clue which concept you'd like to pounce on first? I've been feeling that a lot lately. And I think I know why. It could be that my dry spell for writing is going away thanks to this project. Or it could be my autism stretching its legs in my psyche again. That happens a lot. I find a new discovery and I become obsessed. It's like I found a horse on a carousel and I go round and round until I get dizzy or just tired. Then I want to get off. But there are some things I'll never get tired of. Others I just need a break. Sometimes I forget why I liked it in the first place. For the neurotypicals that are still with me, think of it like there's a song you like, and it's stuck in your head, and you love it. You love it so much that you have it on repeat until you've had enough or you just feel numb. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I just would have liked to have done something by now. I wonder what I should do first. Guess I'll have to think about it.